Well, thanks to CPI, we had this big old gap up for the S&PY, for the SPY. FOMC, when Powell came to speak, it just pretty much consolidated intraday right here. You guys can see this was CPI, this was FOMC. Not much happened. We had a nice little drop, but the drop didn't get very far, as you guys can see. Nice pop up, not much of a drop. So we got ourselves here a big gap up, close at new all-time highs. You can see we are rejected from the 1.618 fib level. We're getting some buying pressure very close to that 1.5 fib level, around 540. So with that being said, I covered the bull case and the bear case because I think it's very important that we stay prepared for either case scenario, because anything can happen. We can get more upside, we can get more downside, or we can get some more consolidation. Anybody can say that. Oh, it's going to go up. Oh, it's going to go down. For me, I'd rather be prepared. It's not about predicting. It's about being prepared for whatever scenario that happens. Okay? So, if it's the bear case scenario, two support levels that needs to fill. 542 and 540. You guys can see we cleared 540 today. We didn't clear it traditionally. We just gapped up and we closed above it. Okay? If it can prove itself as support, bounce off 540 and clear 542 and 543.6, then I would be bullish. Okay? I would be bullish. Some consolidation would be nice to cool the RSI down a bit, but overall, breaking above 542 and 543.6 would be bullish and put new all-time highs and play 545, 547, and 548.7 all in play. Bear case scenario is if we drop down, like I said, break down 542 and 540, because if we do, that's a false breakout. Now, something else I'll be watching for is a gap down. If we gap below 540, that's going to be a bearish sign, a bearish warning. Overall, the bottom line is SPY needs to break down 540. Because why? That was the last level that was cleared. That was the last critical daily chart level that was cleared. Okay? And if that clears, if that breaks down, that's a false breakout, 536.36 in play. That was the level we cleared Tuesday. It's beautiful, ain't it? How we consolidated below 536.36. And then when we broke it out on the daily chart, it led to more upside. A nice little swing tradable move right there. But either way, to be bearish, it's got to break down 540 and got to break down 536.36. Why? Because we broke that out. Because we broke that out June 11th on Tuesday. So breaking it back down will give us that false breakout setup. Does that make sense, guys? I try to keep it simple for you guys. So simple that you can teach it to a 5th grader. At least I hope so. All right? Watch the setups. I use the 15 to 30 minute chart to confirm intraday. Obviously, the higher the time frame, the more conviction the breakout or the breakdown is. All right? Anything between 540 and 543.6 is chop. And we may chop to cool down a little bit. But if we break that range, that is where I would bet to. Triple Q, the last level, daily chart level that it cleared was, first one is 473. And then the fib level at 471.4. So to invalidate those gap ups, to those breakouts, gotta break back below. If we do, I would be bearish. Okay, it's around 475.8. So there's a fib low at 474.3 as well. Okay, 474.3, 473, and 471.4. Okay, those are my fib levels. I have it from May 23rd high all the way down to May 31st low, and it gave me the fib levels. That's what I have. Got to break down those levels, 473 and 471.4, then I will go bearish. Overall bullish above 474.3, and if 476 clears, the next fib level at 478 or higher would definitely be in play. I have a macro level fib level all the way up at 485.6. Could that be tested? We'll just have to wait and see. And look to react, people. Tesla, I mentioned to everybody, you know, this is not prediction. It's just the levels, knowing the pivot levels and how to react to it. And I mentioned that if 172.7 recaptured, we would be bullish. I mean, intraday was bullish. It led to a beautiful move going as high as 180.8, $8 move. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't like that move, that's a beautiful move, $8 move. We also cleared and recaptured 176. Now that's a false breakout setup, false breakdown setup, excuse me, followed by a double top, a double bottom. Excuse me, what is going on? Double bottom and false breakdown setup. Those are bullish. All right, watching for this W pattern. Could it be? If it is a W pattern, 178 and 180 must clear. If it does, bullish. Let's keep it simple and follow the price action. Now, if this is a dead cat bounce, a bull trap, then 176 must break down again, and 174.5 must break down again. And I think, and I believe, because we already had a false breakdown, if it breaks down again, the bulls are less likely going to get a recapture. I think the next breakdown would be the real one. Okay? NVDA got the breakout, clearing support, clearing resistant levels, excuse me. And the fib level that it just cleared was 124.7. And it even cleared that 125.5 level. That was a pivot high from June 6th. Ran into the level around 126.8. I did have a 127 resistant level. And that is still resistant level. So if NVDA wants new all-time high, it's going to have to clear 127 to put 130 or higher in play. When should we favor a pullback? When we get a false breakout setup using the 15 or minute or higher chart to confirm it. And it needs to break down 124.7. Below 124.7 would be a false breakout setup. Put at 122.8 or lower in play, guys. Apple, beautiful. A continuation. I have fib levels from December 14th high of 2023 down to April 19th low of 2024, okay? And then it gave me some fib extension levels. The next fib extension level is at 213.2. And above that, I have 217.3. And then 221.5. Those are all fib levels, and they must defend to avoid more upside. As far as the downside goes, I have support at 212, 210, and 208. If those levels fail, pullback time. We'll likely go down and test 205.8, 204, or possibly all the way back down to 199.6. But either way, it needs to break down support starting with 212, 210, and then 208, guys. Otherwise, if we clear 213.2, we could head up higher. AMD consolidating, still didn't recapture the 162 level. Gotta see it recapture 162 and 164 for me to favor a bounce. Otherwise, it's still looking bearish to me. Bearish follow through would be to break down 160 and 157. If it does, bearish. Got some new levels for Amazon. I have it from April 11th pivot high down to April 25th pivot low, okay? So what critical, well, first support's at 186 now. And then critical fib level is at 184.7. If we are to switch bearish, I need to see those two levels break down for me to favor some downside. 183 and 180.8 would be in play, possibly lower. All right? If we consolidate a little bit more, Amazon needs to clear. To be bull, Amazon needs to clear 188 and 189.8. Those two levels clear, I would be bullish. Netflix got a little higher closing yesterday. It is a red candle, but it's still technically a higher closing yesterday. Closing above that 649.8 level. However, it's gapping down in the aftermarket. So to keep that breakout intact tomorrow, it needs to get above. I'm around it to 650. It needs to get above 650. Above 650, I would be bullish favoring 656 or higher in play. Now, if it can't hold on to this breakout, it's a weird looking breakout, but if it can, it gaps down. That is bearish. And bearish follow through would be to break down 648. Well, it's below it right now, but the next one would be to break down 645.3. And if we break it down, 640.8 would definitely be a possibility, and 639. I mentioned how I would be bear bias below 639, and that still stands. All right. So above 650 bullish, below 640, below 650 is kind of bearish, but it'll need to break down 647 and 645.3 to show follow through. I like this stock, FSLR. One of my Discord members brought this up to me. It was consolidating, got the breakout, led to more outside, but I noticed something. It's pretty volatile. I like it. I like it volatile. Not everyone will like it, but I like it volatile. Big body green candle, then a gap up with a doji. All right, so something like that, a setup like that, the third day is something I'd definitely be watching. All right, because if it's bullish, if it is bullish, if It is bullish. Resistance must clear 301, 303, 305, and 307. If those levels clear, we are heading up higher. Now, if this is an evening star pattern and we get a gap down, I need to see support levels fail. 300 to 298 and a 296.4. Especially below 296.4, I would be bearish, with next support at 294.5 and breakdown 294.5 would absolutely be bearish to me, and I would look to short. Okay, I would probably favor the low 280s to be tested again. I mean, manage your risk, but those levels fail, I would definitely be bearish. Here is Bitcoin still bearish on it. You can see the breakdown. It did try to bounce today, but we're getting selling pressure. The bulls are trying, but unless we get that daily chart close above 69K, I can't get bullish just yet. I'm not going to jump the gun, okay? So 69K and 70.1K both needs to clear to be bullish. Overall bearish below 69K, and bearish follow through would be to break down 67.2K. It's trying to defend, but if it's lost, bearish, okay? So here is the dark pool for SPY. 541.45 is where the majority of the activity happened. 541.45, and then the other 45%, 536.89. Yeah, 536.89, 2.6 billion in premium. 541.45, 2.9 billion in premium. So big money was definitely busy today. Add those levels to your chart, label them dark pool levels. And here is the SPY filter for 100K premiums or above. Here we go. So SPY is still bullish. Still bullish. QQQ is bullish as well. Tesla is bullish. NVDA is bullish. Apple is bullish. AMD bullish. Amazon is bullish. Netflix is bullish. I like FSLR. Nothing for FSLR. Wow. And Beetle. Nothing for Beetle as well. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This means a lot that you guys are here watching my video. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
Uncle loves you. He loves you so. Then delight, wishing